All right, Commanders 20, Cardinals 16. We'll roll through this quickly. No offense to Commanders fans. But, hey, they made a fourth quarter comeback against the Cardinals. Cardinals kept it close because Dennis the Barbarian Gardeck strip sack, baby. That leads to a touchdown for the Cardinals.
What was the bet we accepted that he was going to have 10 sacks in the season?
Did we accept it?
Yeah, of course we did. It was the Barbarian.
I mean, not because we were opposed to it, just because we were rooting for it.
Right, just because somebody referenced the Barbarian.
So well, he's got 2.
Already, yeah. It was a pretty good start.
Let's tweet that out. He's on pace for 34 sacks.
Well, he's 20% of the way towards his target.
All right, talk about this game while I hype up the Barbarian.
It was a weird game. I felt like Washington sort of always had it under control, but they kept finding ways to not score. Like every time I looked up, they'd move the ball into the red zone or into Arizona territory and then somehow didn't put any extra points on the board. And you're like, well, at some point they'll start scoring, right? And then as soon as they do, the Cardinals don't really have much to answer with. Like they had a red zone fumble, Antonio Gibson. That being said, like the Cardinals had their mistakes as well. I think Zach Ertz dropped a touchdown, and then Josh Dobbs almost threw an interception right after that. It was a strange game. Sam Howell, I thought, was kind of the same guy that Sam Howell usually is, which is most of it is good, and then you conspire to take a couple of ridiculous sacks, which are bad. And that was another part of, how Washington found themselves in a hole. But, I mean, overall, I think this game went more or less the way it should do. It just, Washington made it harder than it should have been.
Yeah, I think one of the things we underrate, and we'll get to it with the Rams game, the on-paper roster doesn't look great for the Cardinals, but they played hard and they kept it close. I think the Cardinals are just going to be overwhelmed in most of their matchups. And as we mentioned on the preview show, the fact that the Commanders were favored by 7 when they have a quarterback making his second start in the NFL. Second start for Sam Howell. And as you mentioned, there's some good, there's some bad, sacked 6 times, including when the Barbarian gets in there and he just, he's trying to avoid it and he's trying to do too much and he puts the ball on the turf, right? You just can't make those plays. But Sam Howell also has was he throwing that pass for Brian Robinson for the touchdown? It was tough to tell if he was actually the intended target when he was rolling to the left for his touchdown and Brian Robinson kind of jumped in and caught it. Which reminds me, I was like the Patrick Mahomes 4th and 25 play at the end of the Chiefs game. Was he actually targeting? Like Sky Moore kind of got there. I don't think he was targeting Sky Moore on that play.
Really? Who was he targeting?
I thought he overthrew Watson, who was working his way back on kind of like a really deep curl. I didn't think that was to Sky Moore, but this play felt similar. But either way, touchdown, creative play for Sam Howell. But the Commanders aren't the type of team that should be covering a 7-point spread no matter who they're playing. So that's, even though I picked them, it's because I had no faith in the Cardinals. And honestly, the Cardinals needed a fluky play. Not a fluky play, but, they needed a defensive touchdown to keep it that close. So it's going to be a challenge for the Cardinals this season.
Did you see Jonathan Allen getting a sack with his ass?
I don't remember offhand.
Jonathan Allen sort of bull rushed the left guard into the quarterback and was like spinning off the block and got kind of caught up and just like cheeked him to the ground. Just like backed into him, ass first, took him down. You don't often see an ass sack in the NFL.
You don't.
But there was one in this game.
We've seen a butt pick.
Saw
a butt pick.
Now we've seen a butt sack.
We get a butt sack. If you've seen a butt fumble, get the butt sack in here.
See it all. You hang around long enough.
Oh, man. I missed Monday mornings with you, Sam. I missed it because we watch the games in separate locations, right? We take them in differently. You catch things that I don't see.
Like the butt sack.
And the fact that you saw the butt sack and somehow I missed it. That's why I appreciate you here on a Monday morning on the PFF NFL podcast. I don't have much else to say about this game.
No. The Cardinals are bad. Was it Kazir White had an insane late hit on Sam Howell early in the game that like sparked a mini riot on the sideline. If Sam Howell just avoids that like ridiculous, one of the things I think he needs to do is to learn when a play is just dead and just not make it worse. Like it's bad, it's already bad. There's no way out of this. There's no good in this play. Just don't make the outcome dramatically worse by trying to get the hell out of it and causing even bigger problems. If he can do that, I think overall Washington did some nice things. They just kept shooting themselves in the foot.
It was Andrew Wiley who gave up the sack to the Barbarian. And overall, the pass protection was not as bad as the sack total would indicate because, again, the quarterback is the one who leads to that number. But I still am curious if Samuel Cosmi should be the right tackle for the Commanders, even though they want him at guard. He played fine at guard. Paris Johnson, nice game in pass protection as a rookie first rounder for the Cardinals. So there's something positive about Arizona.